but George Takei from Star Trek, I'm saying his last name incorrectly. Help me out.
Yeah, I know.
He was saying leading is not tweeting. So listen, we have constitutions saying to...
Prostitutions? What did you say?
Did I say constitution?
You said we had prostitutions.
No, that's where your dirty mind is. Okay. No, but the Constitution says you do have a right to do orderly protest.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people having private conversations and not crossing that conversation with various individuals. I do want to commend the people who are doing those organized protests.
Yeah.
I do want to commend the people working with the police department. There have been sheriffs and police officers taking a knee with the protesters. There was a sheriff in Michigan who took his helmet and said, yes, we are here to serve and protect. It's about saying enough is enough. So make sure that within your own circle, you stand up with your voices, not tweet or Instagram. And
protesting.
And it's really important not just to stay in your own... If you don't understand why the fudge everyone's so upset, I'm not talking about the looting. I'm not talking about hurting somebody, right? Like with Rodney King on April 29th, 1992, 64 people died. That's not okay. No. Let's bring in more darkness versus light in the situation. But you got to ask people, educate yourself, and maybe some people you don't know. Right? Yeah. So please go outside of your circles, and then maybe we'll have one complete circle together.
Protesting's okay, but getting some sneakers is not okay.
Stealing's never okay.
What is up with this? Sneakers, shoes. I saw a kid that was smaller than the flat screen TV, and he's dragging it out of Best Buy.
Did you see?
How did this kid, who looks like he's 13 and 14 years old, stealing a flat screen TV that's smaller than him, and he's by himself, looks like. How the hell does he get that all the way home? But when you want something like a flat screen TV, you make it happen. You know what I mean?
Well, as our mayor said to the parents, she just put it bluntly, where are your children? Because it's like, you got to take responsibility of what comes out, what you produce.
If this was going on right now, and I was any age between now and...
But where were you, Rodney King?
I was in my apartment, my old lady.
So,
but we were out. I had to go get groceries, and she was in the car, and we stopped. And I remember we were in her little Toyota Tercel, little latch, and then all of a sudden we're sitting there. We just got groceries. I'm ready to go home, and I remember somebody broke our window, and then punched her, and I was like, "What?" It was so fast. Took her Ray-Bans off, and this was like about 6:00, and then the guy grabbed in and choked me, tried to get my car. I just rolled up my window and just started driving with him. And I didn't know what to do. And then he was telling me like he was going to kill me. And then when I'm driving, he started crying. He goes, "Let me go. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to do."
No, Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Was I wrong?
No.
I was just driving.
Reverend Jesse Jackson has mentioned that this is not helping the cause. But at the same time, there is a lot of anger because the same things that we saw with Rodney King, which was 30 years ago, is happening now. Pretty much the same thing that's been happening for about 400 years, have not changed in one way or the other. And so we have to change the culture that's happening, not just present laws or not to have pretty speeches, but that's the reason why we need to have conversations and challenging ones, and listening to all the sides together.
We don't need sneakers. Don't need sneakers. I'm getting tired of seeing the footage on TV. They're just like so many sneakers.
There was one footage. I'm so sorry for laughing on this, but there was
the kid with the Legos.
No, and you talk about that in a minute. In Philadelphia, it was right actually near the Amtrak station where we were when we visited Philly. And this one guy was, what is that thing that you always want my mom to buy with the little motor?
A Rascal scooter.
With the Rascal scooter, goes into the store, gets his merchandise, and then use the Rascal scooter to give away.
Yeah, and I don't understand. You look at the footage at Target. I mean, they picked it clean. I mean, there wasn't mice were going in there just trying to get some food, and there was no scraps for them.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of information out there that the people who are doing this are not from the area, not from the organizers.
And it's all planned out.
And it's planned out. So that's why, in social media, don't just have social media. Pick up a phone, talk to other people.
Write a note. Smoke screen.
Because the black web, that's where all this is going on.
Teletyper.
Well, where was it? In Minneapolis, there was a guy with a black gloves,
smoke
black
signal.
hat.
Smoke signal. Anyway.
Talk to everyone.
Flags.
Don't assume.
You reach out to anybody. You can.
There's a TikTok from College Humor where these co-workers just assumed someone's has a situation based on the color of their skin. Just ask. And respectfully.
All right. So the last thing I saw on TV was...
Me?
No. I saw this like little skinny white kid. Glasses, thick of Coke bottles. And he was older. Looked like he lived in the garage of his mom or dad's house in the garage downstairs. Drank Gatorade, played video games. Always dark. Didn't have anything. But he was looting too. And guess what was his arm running out? Legos. He risked everything to steal some Legos out of Target.
Well, I think in the footage you kept on adding in your head, they stole for $28. They stole for $10.
I just thought about some of the stuff that they're stealing, but I zoomed back. It was a Star Wars X-Wing fighter Lego set that he stole. No, it's just some people were jumping in cars with toilet paper, and I was like, so I counted the toilet paper rolls, and they're the 4 rolls. So I'm like 1, 2. She had 2, and then 4. So that's 4, 4, 4. So 3 times 4, 4 times 4, 6, like $24, I'll say. And she had some like little bottles of something. So I'll say $10, some toothpaste or whatever. But she broke into Target, looting it for that. And she probably served night at jail.
Yeah.
Breaking entry. Defacing property and all that stuff. I mean, that's a lot for like $25.
Well, I think one thing that's important to do, whether on this show, whether someone's doing a movie on Deadpool or what's happening out on the streets, or is that you got to think before you speak and before you act.
That's how you do.
And there's one young lady that I know.
I don't think before I
She's
talk.
5'2", and she hears sexist. Your daughter's definitely not 5'2".
She's 7'5", right?
Anyway, she's always heard sexist comments, and she constantly brings it up at situations like, that's not appropriate. And she's 17 now, but she's been doing it for 4 years, and now people are actually listening to her, right? And so we really need to have that conversation so we could change cultures, and that starts at home. So have that conversation with yourself at home.
We're wrapping up the show. You hear the music right now?
My God. Do you do your radio shows with food in your mouth?
Usually gum. Remember I was at Energy? I used to chew on the air?
No, I did not.
John Peake used to go. My old PD goes.
My God, you're still doing this show?
This is so good.
I do have to create an amazing video for my son's graduation because I can't stop, won't stop.
Soft eating licorice.
So he's on FaceTime, Facebook. When are you going to do TikTok? Can you do a TikTok video that long?
I could.
You could, right? But you don't know how to do it, do you?
Don't want to. I got enough stuff.
What about Instagram? Do you know now on Instagram you could do interviews with so many?
I have too many followers on Instagram. I don't want to deal with it.
Really? Because on your nerd side, when we do Instagram story, there weren't that many.
They don't like you. They don't.
Really? Can I see that? Because I would love that for our 10th anniversary as a gift for you to show me proof of all the smack that you say. Once again, everyone, perfect example.
I can pretty much find.
Take a pause and think before you speak.
On your nerd side, and make sure. Next week's show, we'll talk to you very, very soon. Larry Kinney, old friend of the show, is going to be on with us next episode.
And also,
Thundercat.
Whoa!
He'll be on with us. He said, "Yeah, I'll do a call-in." Kind of hard to interview people, and then I want to get Nuri from CelebWorks on to ask him what's going to happen in the future of Comic-Cons, of all these celebrities. What are we going to do?
You are so sad.
What are we going to do? He's going to give him and break it down for us. It's either him or Larry Kenny, because they're doing call-ins to the station. It's call-ins to here, all right?
But we'll
talk to you
still
next
be
week.
here. Stay
Take
strong,
care, guys.
stay
Bye.
safe, stay supreme.